Hello everyone, so welcome back to another video of Absolute AI where we will try to learn types of machine learning. So there are mainly two types, one is supervised and unsupervised. But before we start with supervised and unsupervised machine learning, we will have to learn a term which is label data. So label data is nothing but a type of data set where we have input and output pairs. So to understand it with example, let's try this one example where I want to create a machine learning model that can identify if there is a dog present in the image or a cat present in the image. So for that first I will have to have data set. Here I have the label data set where I have many images of dogs and many images of cats with the label dog or cat. So these are my labels. So this is an example of label data. So here is another example where I want to create a system that can predict what will be the price of a house. So for that I will have a data set where I have many features like area of the house or where the house is located, how many rooms are there in the house, or what is the condition of the house, is it old or is it brand new. And along with that I have this price thing ready as my output. So these are my input data and this is my output. So this is my label. So this way this is another example of label data. And this is the third example where I want to create a system that can tell me whenever I give it an email, it can tell me that this email is a spam or it's not a spam. So for that also I will have label data where I will have many emails with its true answer, which is not spam and spam. So these are my labels. So next is unlabeled data. So this is the type of data where we only have raw input data and we do not have any correct answers or output attached to this input. So no correct output. So in this case the machine learning model will have to learn from similarities that is present in the data. So let's say for an example, I provide a data set of cars and bikes to my model. So what my model will learn is that these are the images that are similar and these are the images that are similar. Here there will be 4 wheels, there will be closed body, there will be front 2 lights, and there will be mirrors, whereas here only 2 wheels are there and one is in the front and one is in the back and all. So based on that, model will learn that this is one group and this is another group. For second example, let's say I take many music data where I have many songs and I give that data to my machine learning model. Then model will give me different sets of audios into groups, saying that these many audios are similar, these many audios share some similarity, or these many audios belong to one genre. So such things can happen. So let's start with supervised machine learning. So in supervised machine learning, the main thing that we have is the label that we just learned about, which is having correct answer for each of our input that we will be using for training. So here we will be using label data to train our machine learning algorithm and make prediction. Basically in supervised learning, we make our machine learning model learn from the relationship between input and output. So there are mainly 2 types of supervised machine learning. So one is regression and another one is classification. In regression, we try to predict a continuous numerical value, and in classification what we do is that we try to identify the class of data. If we take example, So house price prediction is a regression problem, and on the other hand, the example that we saw, which was email spam detection, this is a classification problem. So this is the second type of machine learning algorithm, which is unsupervised machine learning algorithm. The main difference here is that we do not have any label data. So our input data is totally raw. We do not have output for this, predefined output for this, that we give to our machine learning algorithm from which it can learn. So as we do not have any output here, the machine learning algorithm has to find all the hidden patterns from the data and create such groups of data. So how it creates such groups of data? It learns hidden patterns and structures. Our input data. So this way it learns and creates such groups of data. For unsupervised learning also we have two main types, clustering and second is dimensionality reduction. In clustering, what we do is that we try to create or we try to form groups of data based on the similarity between data. So at the end we can have such visible groups of data and we can use that information for future. So if we talk about any example for such algorithm, then k-means is an algorithm which is a clustering algorithm that we use. And if we take any real world example, then we can say that, let's say I have a business and I have list of all the customers that do business with me. So I can use such clustering algorithm and I can find out insights between different customers, and based on that I can give offers to them for future, and based on that I can boost my business. So it can use for customer segment. On the other hand, here we have dimensionality reduction. So here what we try to do is that basically whenever we are dealing with any data, we will have multiple features, and from there will be many cases where we have so many numbers of features. So for each feature we consider it as a dimension. So it is not practical to use all the features. There will be many cases where some of the features are important and some of the features are totally useless. So in that case we have to perform dimensionality reduction and find out what features to keep and what features will benefit our model to learn better and what features are not of any use. So we can discard all those features and use only features that are beneficial. So example for such algorithm is principal component analysis. And basically we use it for dimensionality reduction, where we want to reduce the computation. And also we use it for visualization of it. So this was the video about simple difference between what is supervised and unsupervised machine learning.